Hey guys, KRS here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Ryusoulger Saikyou Ryusou set, Deluxe RyusouKen and Ryusou Changer from Kishiru Sentai Ryusoulger. This is a bundle pack containing the Changer and main weapon of this year's new Super Sentai. It includes contents of the Ryusou Changer, which are the Changer, Wrist Strap, and Red Ryusoul, as well as that of the RyusouKen, which are the Sword and TsuyoSoul. So, let's get started. First off, we'll look at this year's new collectible item, the Ryusouls. These are used for the Changer, the main weapon, as well as the mechs. So, to start, we have the Ryusouls in Soul mode, where they take the form of little dinosaur heads. First off, we have the Red Ryusoul here, belonging to Ryusoul Red. This one has the motif of a T-Rex, as is typical of Dino Sentai Reds. You can see that has the upper jaw here and then the lower jaw down here, with a little bit of black here to fill in the space for the mouth. It's got this armored piece in metallic silver, as well as some nice metallic green eyes. Then we have the Ryusoulger symbol down here in this space. The other one is the TsuyoSoul, which is a Ryusou type, which is basically kind of armament or equipment. And so for these ones, these are basically made up dinosaurs. And this one is the TsuyoSoul, so that comes from Tsuyosa, or strength. So this is meant to be a strong dinosaur. This one, the main color is white. We've got gold for the brow ridge, as well as red eyes. You can see that the rest of it is a metallic gray color. Now these can then change modes via this little button here. So if you turn it like this and then press the button, you'll flip it up into night mode, where we've now become miniature knights. So this one, you now see the head here, which has, of course, a proper knight's visor, as well as some paint to show the chest armor, which contains the Ryusoulger symbol. It's basically this kind of zigzag, or what could be a triangle with dinosaur teeth biting into it. It's a little bit vague compared to other past Sentai symbols. In this arm, you can see he's holding a golden sword with a jagged back edge. And in the other hand, he's holding a shield with the symbol for this Ryusoul. On the back, you can see that has pins for use with the electronic devices, as well as this face here, which will be used for the main mecha, Kishiru. You do the same with the TsuyoSoul. In this case, it becomes a more generic Silver Knight, with a pretty basic helmet, and this space here that doesn't actually contain the Ryusoulger symbol, but has the same kind of outline. Got the shield with its symbol, and then the right arm is entirely gold and has this very large and powerful looking sword. And again, these can just be folded back up like this, and then you can press the button to flip it out. Once again, and it's a very simple, very quick and satisfying mode change. Next, although the packaging lists the RyusouKen before the Ryusou Changer, we'll actually be taking a look at the Changer first. So, we're getting back to a more traditional wrist brace type Changer. This one has a pretty cool design. So, as you can see depicted here, we have a red T-Rex with a silver chin guard and some nice green eyes. Of course, this uses Bandai's very signature metallic cherry red, which looks very nice, as does the metallic silver and gold, with the rest having black and red plastic. On the back, we can have a more clear view of the Ryusoulger symbol, as well as the speaker and activation button. On the back we have the battery compartment right down here, and this actually includes some button cell batteries already included, so you just pull the tab, and unfortunately this has no power switch, so once you do that, it's always on. We also have the wrist strap, which is another flexible plastic wrist strap, which just slots into here. Then you can equip it to your arm, which I'll just quickly do off camera. something like that. And it's not the biggest one. If I tried to, I could probably get it on the second notch. As you can see here, I have it on the first, where it's a little bit loose, but it's certainly small compared to some past ones, so you may not be able to fit it, and may have to substitute in your own wrist strap or one from a different toy. Of course, for the ease of use, I'll remove the wrist strap for the rest of the review. So first off, if we press the red button down here, we'll get the communicator tune. That's just that one sound. Then we can get to the main action gimmick of the Ryusou changer, which is that you can take this bomb guard, then flip it all the way around to where it now becomes a knight's visor for the T-Rex. And it gets into the Kishiryu theme of the show. Kishiryu being a made-up word as a combination of Kishi, or knight, and Kyoryu, dinosaur. So, if you want a kind of rough translation, Kishiryu would be knightosaur. And you now see the eye peeking through the slits in the visor, as well as a more clear view of the teeth. And then you can set it back to the base position, just like that. And actually, you can get a full proper look at the T-Rex head, where you can see it's just this part that has the metallic red paint, whereas the rest is red plastic, though all the teeth are painted in silver. And at random, you'll get that sound instead of the normal sound. Now, as a little bit of a tip, you don't actually need to rotate it all the way around counterclockwise to get that sound. If you just rotate it up one bit clockwise like this, it'll do the same thing, but this is the proper gimmick as seen in the show. Next, we'll bring in the Ryusouls for the gimmick. So, we'll take the red Ryusoul, flip it into night mode, then slot into the changer slot, and then rotate the visor around for the transformation. And there we get the transformation into the Ryusoulgers. So now we can see that the knight's face is covered up by the visor here. We have the sword as a kind of crest here, and through this window we can see the symbol on the shield. If you press the button again, well, it's like this. It'll summon Ryusoul Red's Kishiryu Tiramigo. We can do that again. Although, if you just want to do the summon sound, there's a shortcut you can use. If you just slot on the Ryusoul and press the button. This also skips past the standby sounds. Next we'll bring in the TsuyoSoul. So again, we'll put it in night mode, slide it into the changer, and then turn the visor. Or we'll just say Ryusoul, and you'll get a pretty basic sound. Once again, you can see the sword as the crest, and the symbol through the window. You press the button. It'll say that phrase. And just like with the red Ryusoul, you can also do that shortcut to the sound with button. Next, we'll look at the Ryusoulger's main weapon, the RyusouKen. Being knights, they need a proper sword, and here we have this one. Mainly consists of black and red, as well as gold, metallic gray, and silver. And attached between the grip and the sword, have a large armored dinosaur head with its nice gold helmet covering. We got the speaker here, trigger here, another trigger for the main gimmick, the blade here, which has a nice jagged design to it. On the back, we have the power switch, RyuSoul release button, and the battery compartment in which it takes 2 AAA batteries. So, we'll start by switching it on. We'll get some lights and sounds. As you can see, the blade lights up at 3 different spots, which will come into play later. So, pulling trigger, we'll get a basic slashing sound. And interestingly, if you hold the trigger, nothing will happen, but when you release it, you'll get it cycling through the 2 attack sounds again. Next we have the big gimmick here, which is the dinosaur head here. So if you hold down this trigger in here, and then move the handle down, that'll open up the dinosaur's mouth, which will now change the eyes to more dinosaur-like ones, with a proper eye shape instead of just being all red. Where you can see the inside of the mouth, with the RyuSoul slot, and interestingly enough, just as a kind of coincidence, because this is actually a piece of red plastic painted over, the top of the roof of the mouth, or the roof of the mouth, is red, similar to an actual inside of a mouth. Then we can have it do a chomping action by just closing the mouth back down. And with each time you do it, the blade will light up. In addition, there's also a secret sound that you can get random by doing the chomping action. Which is a gag sound wherein the RyusouKen burps. So that's pretty fun. So once again, for this we'll need to bring in our RyuSouls. This time we'll start off with the included TsuyoSoul. So, flip it into night mode. Open up the mouth. Insert it into the slot sideways like this. Then close down the jaw, where it will announce the name of the RyuSoul. So then we can get to the Ryusou action. For this, we'll need to chomp up and down twice. We'll get a standby sound, and then we'll need to chomp it a few more times for it to be precise. And now, with this, we've activated RyuSoul, which is a armor or kind of equipment function, wherein the RyuSouls power up your soldier with new armor as well as new abilities. For a little look at what that's like, you can get a little look at the box, wherein we can see the 5 main RyuSoulgers, each with a Ryusou arm, where we got a shoulder piece with the symbol of the RyuSoul, as well as a gauntlet with the head of the RyuSoul. Now there's also one thing that you can do with this before you do the RyuSoul. So if we put it in again, and this time pull the trigger, and say OraOra, followed by a roaring sound. And so each of these RyuSouls has its own unique phrase or sound to it. So we can do the RyuSoul again. Where you can see that as it chomps and says the phrases, the lights gradually light up one by one. Then you can do the finisher attack. So we'll do the jumping action again twice, where we'll get a different standby music. Then we can do the jumping action 4 times. Where we'll get the main attack. We can also get a phrase if we press and hold the trigger. And if we do the jumping action again, it'll cycle back to the Ryusou. Then we can just open up the mouth and push the button to eject out the Ryusoul. Then we can bring in the red Ryusoul and make use of it. This time I'll say red, and we can pull the trigger for basic attack sounds, but we can get a special phrase if we press and hold the trigger. Strong and handsome, Ryusoul red. So for these transformation ones, they'll give a little description of the Ryusoulger they belong to. And then we can get to the jumping action. And unlike the Ryusou souls, the transformation ones only have the special attack, as seen here. Now what's cool about it is that this actually features 2-channel audio, so as it says the phrases, the BGM still goes on in the background, uninterrupted, which is a very nice addition to a retail release toy. Finally, as a bonus, we'll take a look at a companion item that was included with my purchase of the set, which is the beginning Ryusoul. This is a special Ryusoul released to coincide with the beginning of Ryusoulger. That is something that's normally supposed to be obtained just in Japanese retail stores, but HLD also ran the campaign for early purchasers of Ryusoulger toys. Design-wise, this is a clear orange version of the red Ryusoul, as you can see by the basic design, though this time the eyes are now orange instead of green. You flip it up, and you once again see that it's the same molding, just in clear red with a bit of translucent red for the more soft parts, as well as no stickers or paint. And on the back is the same kind of thing. So this we can use it with the Ryusou changer, which has the same transformation sound as the rest, but it does have a unique phrase to it. Let's all cheer on the Ryusoulgers. And it can also be used with the RyusouKen. The one to awaken them is you. And there we go. So overall, the roleplay toys for this year's Super Sentai have a really interesting dynamic. With the changer, you would kind of observe that it has a bit of limited functionality, Well, it does recognize the different Ryusouls, and has its own gimmick with the flipping visor. It doesn't have all too many sounds, and as you'll see with later toys, it doesn't have that many unique sounds for the different Ryusouls. Rather, the main item this year, similar to the case of Master Rider Ryuki and Master Rider Blade, is the weapon, the RyusouKen. This is the one wherein it recognizes a lot more of, or rather has unique sounds, more unique sounds that is, for the different Ryusouls. That being said, it is also a solid roleplay toy, considering it has the various different sounds you can make with it, including the different attack sounds, the sounds for holding down the trigger, as well as the very cool biting action, wherein you illuminate the sword and you have that cool 2-channel audio, which is, again, something very impressive for a basic retail release in terms of tokusatsu. So with that being said, my recommendation would actually be to pick up this set, since this is how you get all the different sounds out of your Ryusouls, with some of them being made by the Ryusou Changer, whereas a lot more of them being made by the RyusouKen. While the RyusouKen is the kind of thing where it has the standard kind of small size of your standard tokusatsu roleplay toys, or at least roleplay melee weapons, it does make up for it with the vast variety of sounds and the very nice functionality. So, if you're looking to get your start on Ryusoulger roleplay toys, this is definitely set to go with. Next time I'll be reviewing the Deluxe Kishirio 3-Night set. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, riding off.